All right, well, peace, peace, peace. First and foremost, hopefully the Most High in your house shall bless you all day. By His mercies we are consumed. We're alive in the Most High in your house shall body, and two are naturally alive. And hopefully this don't cut off. I think did we? Yeah, I think we did restart it. But anyway, if it does, I got some time to do it. But no, it's crazy. I want to get into this. We're gonna talk about this because you know, yeah, we're gonna talk about this, man, because like how what your house I said about like no actually as far as the den of thieves and how like when your house shot flipping over tables because man what's crazy about this is people forget that one these were regular people and two man like because let's get this wisdom of Solomon real quick because I remember one of my brothers and he says this a lot, man. Because when you like, people like think because you deal with the word, you're gonna be like a choir boy, or soft, and people gonna try you because of that, man. Let's get this in what wisdom of Solomon too, because it's gonna all relate to what we're talking about. It says, uh, um, wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse verse let's see, wisdom of Solomon 2, verse so we're going to read verse 15 through 17. It says, He is grievous unto us, and behold, his life is not like other men's ways. And this whole chapter is talking about Yahushua and other any righteous other prophets in this book. But yeah, Wisdom of Solomon 2, verse 15, it says, He is grievous unto us, even to behold. For his life is not even like other men's; his ways are another's fashion. We are esteemed of him as counterfeits. He abstained from our ways, from filthiness. He pronounced the end of the just to be blessed. And he maketh us both that Yahweh is his father. Yep. Let it verse 17. Let us see if his words be true, and let us prove him what shall happen in the end of him. So see that this happened all through Yahushua's lifetime, man. And just like that's gonna happen to the ones that happened before, like the righteous before, and it's gonna happen to the righteous after, and now and after, honestly, man. So, but because see that, but notice how it says, "Let us try and improve him," man. Like not only like how the Pharisees and scribes or try how they would tempt him, honestly, that too. But yeah, it also too, a lot of times too, if you deal with the word, this is what anybody in the spiritual fear, like people gonna think that you soft, honestly. And that's not the thing. And you don't have to be all hard or a gangster, nothing like that, man. But no, that hard gotta be tough because that's another problem. That's just in general life, man. Because especially being here from Philly and just with Jake and our people just in general, honestly, everybody has to be tough, man. That's just like I remember Wallow saying it, man. Like he said it perfectly, man. There's no career, there's no nothing in being tough. There's nothing in that, man. But that's another story for another day. Because everybody wants to be, like Razcast said, man. Everybody wants to be Tony Montana, man. But that's neither here nor there. But point being is that when your house child is flipping over, like, because people forget that David was a warrior, man. Like, and what you think the son of David is the warrior, man. People forget that, man, because, like, when he flips over, like, the tables and, says that in Matthew 21, which you about to get, you made my father's house a den of thieves, man. That even goes back to even the beginning about him being the lion, man. But because today's the 30th, and Proverbs 30 says this, man. Like it says the lion, and this is talking about Yahushua too. It says, Proverbs chapter 30 verse 30, he says, a lion which is strongest amongst beasts, and turneth not away for any. Exactly. So, and that's why, and what's this even going to? Yahweh isn't Yahweh the lion, and what is trusting Isaiah 26:4, trusting in the Lord is everlasting strength, man. So that's just says what it is right there, man. So he was faithful unto death, and he wouldn't turn his way from doing his father's will from any. That's why even with what you call him, when the Pharisees came up to Yahushua saying, "Oh, Herod's gonna kill you," he said, "Man, tell that fox do what you do, man. I'm gonna still be out here, man." But that's neither here nor there. But actually, let's read this again. It says Proverbs chapter 30, verse 30. It says, "A lion which is strongest amongst beasts, and turneth not away for any." So see that? Yeah, I didn't even think all praise to the Most High Yahushua. I didn't think about that count till now reading this. But Yeah, man, let's get into Matthew 21 real quick, man, because this deals with Yahushua being that lion, man. Because what does a lion do? What does a lion do? Honestly, those because I used to those are into animals, anatomy, things of that nature. Like because I used to work in the zoo, or those that like veterinarians. You brothers and sisters might be veterinarians, or might be in school to be a veterinarian, or just like animals, man. Well, a lion protects his everything that belong to him, man. His dominion, his kingdom, like his pride, honestly, like his everything's that belong to him, man. That's what Yahushua did with his fathers, with his father's house. So we're gonna get into that, you know. Um, Matthew chapter 21, verse 13. It says, and he said unto him, it is written in verse Matthew 21, verse 13, it says, and he said unto him, it is written, my house shall be called the house of prayer, but ye have made it a house. I'm sorry, let me read this again. Matthew 21, verse 13, it says, and said unto him, it is written, my house shall be called the house of prayer, but ye have made it into a den of thieves. So let's go to Jeremiah real quick, where that comes from. Jeremiah 7, verse 11. It says, is this house that which is called by my name become a house, become a den of robbers in your eyes? Behold, I have seen it, saith the Lord. So see that, and that's what John 10, like not going through the way. That's really pretty much opposed to the Most High Yahushua, man. When you're a robber, honestly, Yahushua explicitly says that in John 10. But yeah, that's where that comes from, man. But what's crazy, man? Because I was talking about this conversation with an elder brother, like about how we was just talking like a week or so ago, and he mentioned like Daniel, how going through trials and tribulations, how Daniel was in a lion's den, and how we're gonna go through trials and tribulations in life. That's what kind of sparked this conversation, man, that we wanted to do this, man. But yeah, but pretty much the lion's gonna protect what belongs to them, man, and that's what Yahushua did, man. But it's on the inverse, man, because just like Daniel, both ironically enough, because Daniel was from the line of Judah, and of course Yahushua is of Judah. Daniel was in the lion's den, but the scribes and Pharisees didn't know they were in the lion's den as well with Yahushua when he did what he did, man, when he got him up out of there, man, because Yahushua is that lion, man. So let's go to Daniel chapter 6, verse Daniel 6 real quick. Um, Daniel 6, chapter verse 16. Then the king commanded and said, they brought Daniel and cast him into the den of lions. And now the king spake and said unto Daniel, thy God whom thou servest continue will deliver thee. So see that? See, Daniel was in lions den twice. And that's another thing too, man. Certain times in life, man, we're going through, just like it says, Acts 14:22, man. Much tribulation comes to the kingdom, man. Trials and tribulation. One, the kingdom within, so our faith can increase. And two, the physical kingdom, man, because we're going to go through trials and tribulation. We might go through the same thing again and again and again, man. It's this word is a test, man. It's coming, man, but we got this, what this is, to study for it, man. When the elders said, man, the test is coming. But this is what the Most High Yahushua gives us, the playbook and blueprint to overcome that test, and constantly, man. It's not just one thing, because Daniel was in lion's den twice, man. We honestly, man, now, man, I'm kind of in a similar situation that I was last year, man. But it's a little better now, but still, I'm trying to find something else, man. But it could be much worse, man. That's why, the lamentation says, what does the living man do but complain? But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, pretty much, man. Now that it's an aspect is on the reverse with Yahushua, with in Matthew 21, because Daniel was in the lion's den, but the scribes and Pharisees, they was in the den of thieves with the lion, man. That's why he got up out of here, man. Let's go to Genesis chapter 49 real quick, man, because yeah, man. And the one of the things, no, we're gonna just get into that a little later. Let's get Genesis chapter 49, then Revelation. We could go with Jeremiah too, but out for the sake of time now. No, we'll go with Jeremiah. It's just okay. Genesis chapter 49, verse 9. It says, Judah is a lion's whelp from the prey. My son, thou art uh, thou art going up, who stooped down and couch as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? And this is talking about how shall Christ rising from the dead as well. But but he's that lion as we see. Let's go Revelation chapter 5, verse 5. Yeah, man. So that's what it is. That's why Yahweh went off, man. Cause he and flipping table stuff like that. Cause he is a lion. A lion, is gonna protect what belongs to them, man. Let's get Revelation chapter 5, verse 5. It says, and one of the verse, Revelation chapter 5, verse 5, it says, and one of the elders saith unto me, weep not, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, had prevailed to open the book and to loose the seven seals thereof. So see that? Yeah, man. That's just is what it is right there, man. So, and the lion too is like one of the things that, the Most High house shot is for judgment, man. Cause why? Cause just similar to this, just like in 1 Kings 13, man. What did the Most High house shot use to kill the man of God for disobeying the word? It was a lion that met him and killed him. And just in the den in Matthew 21 and John, with the den of thieves, how shot that lion? What were they doing? Disobeying the word, made it into a house of den of thieves, a house of merchandise, man. But perverting the word, honestly, for their own gain, and that's iniquity, honestly. But let's get this Ecclesiastes, all right, real quick. Okay, this isn't supposed to say it, but yeah, let's get verse we'll get this. Ecclesiastes chapter 39, verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of their destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Verse 29. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts, scorpions, serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction. So see that one of those teeth of wild beasts is a lion, man. But that's just what it is, man. But see, that's really the inverse of it, because in the lions, in the den of thieves, they were in the house of they were in the lions den, man, with your house shot, man, because he's that lion pursuant to we got time for Jeremiah 4 and 7 too. I haven't read this in a while, but he's that lion, honestly. So that's just what it is. Yeah, and that's why he went off the way he did, man. And also, too, people forget that he is a when he comes back, he'll be in his warrior altar, because just like David was a warrior, he is of that line. He's a son of David. But let's grab Jeremiah 4 and 7. It says the line verse Jeremiah 4 and 7. The lion is come up from his thicket, and destroy the Gentiles on his way. He is going forth from his place to make thy land desolate, and thy cities shall be laid with waste and without inhabitant. Yep, and that's what he's going to do on his when he returns, man. Also too now, and also too, this is talking about Nebuchadnezzar to a degree as well, but spiritually, gospel testimony wise, and just that's talking about Yahweh Shah, man. So hopefully it's edifying, man. So peace.